Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. This is Morgan from Highland Cycles coming to you with the install video of the Task Racing light bar on the YZ250 with the electric start. If you guys have been following along, you know that I put an electric start on this bike from Panthera Motorsports. It's right over here, and it's working great. And it also comes with a charging system that charges the battery that's in it at like 110 watts. So I now have plenty of power on board to run light. Kind of the goal with this whole motorcycle is to build a KTM beater out of it with the E-Start. The suspension's already amazing. TBT valved it for me and made it even more amazing. I got my Mako 360 bar mounts and 18-inch wheel, kickstand, big tank. Really the last part of this thing is put a light on it, and then it's ready to kick the crap out of a whole bunch of KTMs out there. So yeah, I think we're going to do that right now. I'm going to put that light bar on, so join me. I'm going to start taking this thing apart, and we'll check back in as we hook everything up.
I got a girl, and she is so fine. When the sun says it's daylight, oh, the moon says it's night. I got a girl.
All right, we got her apart. Let's take a look at what comes in the box with the Task Racing light. All right, so there's the light. It is a lots of lumens. Let's see, 3,100 lumens. That's a lot. I think that's going to be plenty of light. And I got it set up. I think it's set to mount on my hand guards. So they have a cool mount system that goes on the all around the fork clamps. I didn't get that. They sent me this. They actually just sent this to me. So full disclosure, this was free. I did not have to pay for this. So thank you very much, Task. I really, really appreciate it. But I did not pay for this, just so you know. But as with everything we do here, I'm going to give an honest review of the entire situation. So worry not about the fact that I was given this. You're going to find out what I really think about it no matter what. So, like I said, I believe this is supposed to mount to my hand guards. So I'll show you guys that here in just a second. Alright, so let's come over here. So I think the way this is supposed to go is like this. Like that's going to mount over there. That one's going to mount there. And it's going to ride right here. So that's pretty cool. It comes with some spacers and some longer bolts and things like that to help that work. So I'm going to get the instructions out and let's read those before we go too much further. Alright, so basically there's a bunch of pictures of it mounted on other bikes, so I think we're all good to go. Like I said, it does come with these longer things, which I think is going to be necessary because there's lots of, I don't know what these are for. Put you guys over here so we can get a good look at this. How we look. I think that looks good as far as center. I just need to find the best thing to do with that brake hose. think that looks pretty good. And like, honestly, that's a lot more burly than I thought. And really the only motion I'm getting is out of the handlebars from the Mako 360. So that is a lot stiffer than I thought. So I'm really happy with how that mounted up. Take a look at how we got it. Just got the normal bolts back through the handlebar, or through the handguards. These are the Enduro Engineering handguards. Goes right through there. Same on this side, obviously. And then I have the brake hose routed behind the number plate. So I think that's going to be good for the brake hose. I don't think I'm going to need to do anything else, but I do have this, which is what I was using to route the brake line before, because the little Yamaha one busted long ago. And this Chirvis one I got from Jeremy Schoening. Thank you, Jeremy, if you watch this. Has been great. And if I need to, I can put it on the back of the number plate, but I don't think I'm going to need to. So we'll test it like this for a while and see how it does. But I think it's going to slide up and down just fine. So cool. Now it's time to put the wire harness on. So the way they have it set up is it hooks right to the battery. So it should be actually super simple. So they give you a wire harness. It's kind of nice. It's just an inexpensive plastic switch. That's fine. I might switch that off. I have a KTM style one. I might change this out in the future if this breaks. But they've got a nice inline fuse. Obviously, positive, negative of the battery. Run it up, and then this plugs right into the back of the plugs right into the light. So let me show you guys what I'm doing here. Got the cord routed. It's nice. The Yamaha has this little hoop already bolted to the frame to help route all the wires, so that's nice and clean. Got that up here. Just got it coming up and over here right now. I think I'm going to zip tie it to the number plate here in just a second. Now we're just going to run this down. Not this part, that goes up here. But run this down the frame and in here to the battery like that. Then we'll route our switch. I think I'll put our light switch over here on the left side. I don't love having more buttons and switches on my handlebars, but this will be it, so that's not too bad. But we'll get this all set up. Plug it in, see how bright this thing is, and then also we'll double check to make sure this thing is going to run and charge the battery even with the light running. Right on, guys. So we got her all mounted up. Got the switch mounted up where I want it. That's where I think I want it for now. Kill switch on and off. Electric start. And let's check it out. Boom! That is bright, and I like it a lot. Really happy with how that is looking. Looks good on the bike. It's super duper bright. Like I said, it's 3100 lumens, so I think that's going to be plenty. That and helmet light, and we should be able to see just fine. So yeah, I'm really stoked with how this has turned out. So now I'm gonna first I'm just gonna put the tank back on it, put the gas up, fire it up, and let's check and see if it's charging hard enough to keep this thing running and not kill the battery. Alright guys, so let's watch what happens electrically with this thing. I'm going to show you basically how I would test anything, whether it be a light, a fan, or whatever. You want to start with checking the battery so everything's off, there's no draw whatsoever. So we're going to check the battery. See what our voltage is. Alright, so we're hooked up. Voltage is 13.38. We're going to turn on our light. Oh, that thing's bright. Now, we are 13.25. So it's actually not drawing that much, really. It's going down, though, pretty quick. Part of the reason it didn't drop any more is because this anti-gravity battery is super nice. Get this sucker started up. Alright, now we're going to test again. And what I want to see is for it to go up over 13.2, 13.3. So we're back up higher than we were with it off. So that's all I need to see. I'm watching it now. It's hovering around right 13.4. So that's perfect. That means there's plenty of juice going while that's running. Super stoked. So I think I'm done with modifications on this YZ250. I am really, really happy with the way this thing has turned out. The E-Start is working great. Now the headlight, the chassis already is the best in the business in my opinion. I mean, I love my KTM and it works great. She's right over there. Now that the suspension's been revalved and fixed by TBT, but this bike is amazing and it's amazing just the way it is. So let's talk just real quickly about what we've got into this motorcycle. It's a 2007 YZ250. The front forks are off of an 08, so I could run the smaller caliper and different master cylinder. Well, the master cylinder doesn't matter, but I got the whole thing as one set. It's got a Henson clutch basket in it and Henson clutch in it. It's got an 18-inch rear wheel, which I laced up myself for super cheap. I didn't spend really much money on that at all. The spokes were the most expensive part. Kickstand I got off of a YZ250X that was wrecked and stuff, so I didn't pay anything for that. It's got a bunch of guards and stuff on it. I didn't really pay much for those. Bulletproof Designs gave me the disc guard and the radiator guards, so thank you very much, Nate. I appreciate that. But normally you'd have a few $100 in that. But the bike, so I got the bike as a deal with a friend. She had 3 blown up bikes. Is that right? No, 2.5 blown up bikes. Long story. I built her one, and she gave me the parts, all the rest of the parts, and the bike. So I ended up, buy Zach Sheets! There goes Zach Sheets! He's going home to play with his new RC controller. So excited. Later, man. Have a good night. I basically got the bike for free. Well, for some labor and the parts in her bike. Then I ended up having to put a crank in it, and obviously piston. The cylinder was actually in good shape, so I haven't done anything to that. So, honestly, all told, out of my pocket, including the $1,250 starter and the Mako 360 bar mounts, which I paid for, and the handguards, which I paid for, and the stuff in the wheel, and all that stuff, I probably have about $4,000 in this motorcycle, maybe $4,500. I haven't kept track, honestly, but I might have $4,500, and it's brilliant. I am so stoked on it. I think it's absolutely on par with any KTM I've ever had. The brakes are great. The clutch, honestly, is just fine. It's cable operated, so it does fade when it gets into the really hard stuff, and you can't really adjust it fast enough while you're going. But for faster stuff, this thing is just amazing, guys. I'm really, really happy with it. So, anyway, I'm going to keep beating on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and you click the notification bell, because I'm not done testing it. I'm not done with my final review on the Panthera E-Start kit, because I think I need more time on it to be 100% sure. I mean, I feel really good about it, but I need hours, right? I got an hour meter on it now, so we'll be able to keep track of that. And yeah, I'm stoked, guys. I hope you guys like what we're doing. I hope you get out, you spread the gospel of two wheels, and I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Island Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, mess with, modify, whatever to your dirt bikes. And I hope, more importantly, I hope that you get out and you ride your dirt bikes!